What's up, guys? BARRYGAMING here, back with some more, well, a new game, Mythic Heroes. So I've been playing this game myself offline for about a month to 2 months now. I've been having a ton of fun of it. It basically feels like AFK Arena, but with like better quality of life features, less pay to win features, things like that. Because I know a lot of you probably playing AFK Arena right now are experiences the brand new Ascended Heroes and stuff. Mythic Heroes is going to be a great game for you guys to try out. Those of you who play Mobile Legends Adventure, this is another game that's very similar. It's portrait mode though, and it's got a lot of cool features. So what I want to do today and for this week is we're going to start getting a bunch of beginners guides, tier lists. This one right here is going to be the tier list, and this one is going to be made by Asura on Reddit. I made sure we're going to put a link to the actual thread down in the description if you guys want to go check it out, have some discussions on Reddit. But I wanted to make sure if you were going to jump into the game, you had some decent information to go off of here. Now, most of it is pretty solid information. I know some of the really endgame players might disagree with some of the point decision here. This is kind of what I modeled my idle heroes tier list after recently, so this is why I really love this format. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about a few different heroes that are on this list. It's not gonna have every hero. I think we're missing like 1 or 2 heroes on this list just because they literally just came out between the time that this came out in December and right now, so a little out of date but not too much. It has a lot of really good information. Let's jump right into it. So here it is. This is the tier list. This is exactly what I designed my latest Idle Heroes tier list around, because the format, the layout, the information is amazing. Everybody, make sure you go say thank you very much to Asura over on Reddit. Again, first link in the description will be to the thread. If you want to see the image file itself, if you want to talk with the community, go talk there. But this is the format. We have early stages, mid stages, late stages, boss, and PvP. Even some recommendations on where you should try to get their weapon plus their divinity for the most effectiveness. We have the types of what they are. So there's UR heroes, which are essentially multi-faction heroes. There are SSR heroes, which are single faction heroes. And then there's rares, or super rare. Those are just food heroes, trust me. Anything that is not an SSR in this game, you're basically going to be using 100% as food. But you do also have a couple different things here. You have the fighter class, you have the support classes, you have the mage classes, and you have the tank classes. So it's a nice little breakdown letting you know what they are. You'll notice, again, you can see what faction they're from based on the icons in the top left corner. But yeah, let's jump into it. So the one thing you should really be focusing on in the early game is, of course, this early column score and probably the mid column score. So there's a difference here because some of these characters are going to be more of your carry heroes. Other heroes like Nua is going to be a support hero for your team. Now, her by herself, not going to do much. And of course, you want to try to hunt for heroes that are going to carry your account but are not ultra rare, because the UR heroes are, of course, very hard to come by. Lucifer is probably one of the best overall heroes in the game, but you won't experience how good he is until much later when you're actually building him higher up. You're getting him ascended, you're getting his divinity, his weapon, his equipment all set up, his ascent, everything. Because the one thing about Lucifer is he is an extremely squishy hero. He does have a very good dodge chance with the right setup with him, but the one thing you'll notice is he has ridiculous amounts of healing. That's what keeps him good in the early game, extremely good, probably one of the best heroes in the late game for the average player. Of course, it really depends on your team compositions. Boss fights he does good, and PvP he's probably one of the best heroes too. Kind of why he gets such a high rating on this. But again, Lucifer's very hard to build up because you're not going to have a ton of copies coming your way. Granted, this game is a little more generous with the super good hero copies compared to other games, at least from my experience. And you guys know I play a ton of idle gacha games, so take it from me. Number 2 on the list is Nua. She's a very good support hero. She does different types of effects on all of her abilities depending on if they're a tank, a fighter, a mage. It also depends on other abilities, whether they are, I believe, different factions and such. She's very good support, probably one of the best supporters in the game. But again, UR hero, gonna be a little bit harder to get. Very high stats. Cassandra. So Cassandra's a hero that I definitely agree on this right here. Cassandra has probably some of the best healing in the game right now, but it's interesting. The way Cassandra's heals works on her active ability is she recovers all allies to their max health, and then over the next 5 seconds, they lose 70% of what they gained from that heal. So if she's your only healer on your team, it might be emergency, let's keep my team alive, but then you're going to start losing chunks of health very fast. But overall, she's very, very good. There's a couple other really good heroes on this list we're going to talk about. We're not going to go over every single hero here. We're just going to try to do a Cliff's Note version of everything. Tamamayo. I always say her name wrong. I don't know why, but she is a very, very good single target damage dealer. I actually prioritize building her up as like one of my first. Her active ability has firefoxes that kind of go around and do a lot of damage. She teleports all over the map, which is part of her survivability. Even though she's a mage, she's kind of squishy, but she'll be teleporting all over the screen, all over the place, and be really, really good. Overall, she does fall off a little bit in the late game, but you'll notice one thing about this tier list. A lot of heroes are very good and are very interchangeable. So like the difference between the tippy top tier and even like the mid tier is really not that far off. Once you see heroes with the orange, the yellow, you might want to be careful. There are some rare occasions like Anubis, Gaia and stuff. They do start off very slow, but they pick up very much in the late game. Dionysus, I think that's how you say it. Very good on boss fights, even though they're not really great at anything else. So I did want to talk about that briefly. But the couple of heroes, Izanami, GM, that's one thing you're going to hear a lot. They're very good carry heroes in the early game. Idun, I definitely prioritize her. She's a really good support hero with healing, with energy feeding. Very, very good. Susano is a very good fighter. I mean, the second best, probably behind Lucifer. And then as you see, you do have some more UR heroes down here, but I would highly suggest you do not prioritize any other UR heroes outside of Lucifer and Nuwa on this list. There are a couple heroes I want to talk about because even if their score doesn't rank them very high, they are very, very good. One thing is Athena. Athena right here is probably one of the best tanks in the game. She's very, very good. They literally feed you tons of copies of her too, so definitely prioritize building her. On a new account, if you need a tank, Athena is the way to go. Another hero is Naga. Naga is probably one of the best or other really, really good end game healers. You'll notice she goes up in value as the game goes on into the later game. She is very, very good. But as you see, there's a lot of heroes here. Lilith needs the buffs. There's a lot of heroes, a lot of gods here that are very good. There is one hero I want to talk about though, and that is Gaia. So Gaia is another tank, not really that great, but if you get their divinity to a high enough level, you can give them an ability that will stun the enemies when they die. Athena has the same ability too. If you're focusing on one main hero, one support hero, and like a tank, and then you just need filler heroes in the early game, Gaia leveled up their divinity high enough is very nice to get that stun off, because what that stun's going to do is let your carry heroes have more time to deal damage to the enemies. So I run a Gaia, I run an Athena in my team, both of them having that when they die, they stun the enemy, and it really lets my Lucifer carry on really, really well. So I'm hoping this tier list helps you guys out. Again, link in the description, go down there, support the creators of these tier lists. Everybody say thank you for letting us use it, because I wanted to make sure we got the most accurate information, because I'm still kind of a noob. I've been playing 2 months. I feel like I get a good hold, a good grasp on the game, but there's always somebody out there that knows more information than you. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in Mythic Heroes.